All right, we are live. Hello, everybody. It's Cindy, the jewelry nurse, and I have with me my friends tonight. I got Miss Roberta to my right, but tonight it is all about Elizabeth. It's going to be all Elizabeth all night. Elizabeth is in the chats quite often, so most of you are familiar with Elizabeth. She's extremely knowledgeable and very helpful. She often helps us locate pieces and find a lot of information on our own jewelry. So it's always nice to have her in the chat between her, Willow, and Cinnamon. They're like walking encyclopedias for us. So it's wonderful that when they show up, we know they're going to have that info for us. So I am really happy to have her on tonight. And isn't she beautiful? Look at her. She's gorgeous.
She's a cutie.
She is a cutie. So very nice to have her. She's going to give us a little preview and she'll tell you more about her channel. And we'll try and get a link up to her channel. If not, I will put it in the description box when the video posts. She does have her email across the bottom of her picture there in case there is any questions you have for her after the video. But she will be on tomorrow night, Steals and Deals. It will be broadcast to Steals and Deals channel only tomorrow. It won't be on Jewelry Nurse 2. It will only be on that channel. So you'll have to find us there. I'll send out an email earlier in the day with the link for those of you that are not familiar with Steals and Deals to help you find that channel. But that's where the auction will be. And it will start at 7 Central Standard, 8 Eastern. And I don't know about you guys on the West Coast. I get confused all the time on the West Coast people. But anyway, so hi, everybody. We have a lot of people in already. Thank you all for coming. Looks like we got Jude and Doug and Sandra and Vanessa. Hi, Miss Vanessa. Mona Lise. I saw Sandra on Stills and Dills channel earlier. And I see Shop Girl. So we got a good start. So I am going to have to say hi, Ro.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Did I miss anything?
I don't believe.
I don't think I did, but if I did, if you have a question, just type it in capital letters in the chat and we'll make sure we get you an answer. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Elizabeth and let her tell you about herself and her channel. And then she's going to show us some beautiful stuff. All righty. All you.
Hi, everybody. I have a YouTube channel. Its contents right now are sewing related and junk journal related, but I do plan on putting up some jewelry related content, probably pop-up sales, things like that. So I would love it if you would subscribe. Today I have a preview of what I'm gonna.
Oops, sorry. I didn't do it, I swear.
I'm not touching anything.
Got a mind of its own tonight. Sorry about the interruption.
That's okay. It was a ghost. So anyways, I have a bunch of jewelry that I've made, some jewelry that I've repurposed, and then a bunch of vintage jewelry, as well as a few more contemporary pieces. So I wanted to show you a few of those things tonight and answer any questions that people have. So I guess I'll get the first thing out, which hopefully you can see. This is okay. So this is an unusual thing.
A pretty unusual thing.
So
yeah, I like that.
Basically, it's 4 vintage bracelets that are I'm sorry, 3 vintage bracelets that are hooked together, and then this is a pendant, a vintage pendant, and it's a Victorian Revival pendant. So
Beautiful.
What a really cool idea. I never thought about that. Very nice.
Very unique.
Yeah, I bet you're going to start seeing some of those popping up now. What to do with those bracelets, girls?
Cool.
All right.
That's cool, Elizabeth.
Thanks. Okay.
Imagination.
That pendant you're wearing is awesome.
Oh. This one is from Roe. It's a little perfume.
Yay!
Oh, nice. Of course, I would be surprised if you weren't wearing a piece of
Awesome.
Roberta's jewelry.
Elizabeth, I'm so glad you're wearing it. You said you were going to.
Yeah. And I got these Navajo pearls from Lori, Creative Lori.
Ooh, nice score.
Yeah. And this pendant is from Gianna.
Oh, gorgeous.
Oh, and it's on a chain that I made out of silver and silver clay,
Awesome.
which I can talk a little bit more about.
Wow.
Yeah,
you
because
are
I've never
so
seen that before.
creative. My goodness.
Mhm.
I've done lots and lots of things over the years.
Cool beans.
So, speaking of, let's see, I have another one of those necklaces, like I showed you. This one has a big stone pendant.
Wow.
Wow.
And it's got a goldette Victorian Revival slide bracelet.
I love Goldette.
Yeah, Goldette is a really nice vintage brand too. I love what you did with them.
Yeah, thanks.
Wow.
And then this is I believe it's from Morocco. It's a tourist bracelet, and it is scenes from 1001 Arabian Nights.
Cool.
And
Wow, Elizabeth.
yeah, so the bracelet itself sells for, a considerable amount, but I'm missing one piece off of it. There was a dangle.
So nice save though. Wow.
Nice save.
And then the last one on the back is not vintage. It's from Hawaii. It's sterling and gold plated. And it's got turtles and plumeria
Starfish.
flowers. Yeah. So anyways, both of these necklaces, you can easily take them apart and wear the bracelets.
That's what I was going to ask you, if you could take them apart, if you wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a neat idea.
Dude, I agree. Swoon on that pendant. That pendant is awesome.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I had fun making those. I was really pleased with myself.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Elizabeth, that's so intelligent. That's so cool.
Let's see.
I never would have thought of that.
But it's a good way to get people to wear those older vintage bracelets too.
And never throw stuff away that's a little bit broken.
Exactly.
You could just
Mary.
Yeah, and they're all perfectly good except for the one dangle that's missing.
Isn't that a cool idea, Mary?
This, which I'm hoping you can see, is a necklace that I made. It's the pendant is a dress clip or a fur clip. I'm not sure which.
Sure is. Cool.
And then the beads are check crystal and then just check glass. And the beads and all of the findings are sterling.
Oh, she's even got a sliding clasp on it, guys. So yeah, those checks glass and crystals, those are not cheap.
Yeah.
Awesome idea.
Well, I'm going to start sending you broken pieces that I have so you can just have your way with them.
Okay.
No kidding. What a cool idea. Because I have one fur clip or whatever. It's pretty, and I wouldn't throw it away or put it in a jar because it's so cute. But what a cute idea.
Yeah, and that one's missing a couple of the gems, but you know,
Who
the
cares? It's
whole thing
beautiful.
is so sparkly that I don't think it
Hmm.
matters. Here's another thing that I uh, adapted, and it can be unadapted. It is, oh, sorry, here. It is a copper pendant
Oh,
with the Roadrunner. It's bell copper. Um,
It's like an old piece.
yeah. So most of these old pieces I got from my aunt, and she would be probably 82 if she were with us. Um, so that gives you an idea. But anyways, I thought it was a little boring with just the medallion on there, so I put this. I put
love it.
I do
Love it.
like the contrast of the road
Mhm.
with the Roadrunner. That's awesome.
Such
Beautiful.
cute ideas, Elizabeth. These are intriguing.
Oh, thanks. And I
Very
can,
cute.
you know, if somebody wants to buy it and they don't want the rose or whatever, I can put the necklace back.
No, the rose really makes it. It makes it cute.
Thanks.
And
Cute
if
idea.
you are one of those that like to clean and polish and shine everything up, even though that's an old vintage piece, shined, that would look really good with the blue.
Yeah,
Cute idea.
I think so.
Hi, Dawn.
Here,
I actually like my copper like that, but I know some people like it all shiny. Hi, Dawn. How are you?
here is one beaded necklace that I made. To be honest, I'm not sure what the colored pieces are, but they're shell. So I think that they are. I think they're spiny oyster.
What it looks like.
Wow.
They're very delicate, anyways.
They do look the right color.
Yeah, they look like some I have. In rings. I don't have anything that big, but
Yeah.
I was
Same.
absolutely surprised when I started Googling, when I had that piece for Vicky I was selling, and I started Googling things like necklaces and beads made from spiny oyster. Oh my God, that stuff is pricey.
Yeah. Oh, and with the beaded necklaces that I've made, I have a pair of earrings to go with each of them. I mean, they coordinate. They don't necessarily match. But
Yeah, it could be undyed coral too, shop girl. I'm seeing some like almost matrix in it though, so I would have to see it close up to figure out if it's spiny oyster or
you'll
coral.
have to buy it then.
yeah,
Yep, that's
sure.
exactly right.
That needs to be in your
Yeah, that could
jewelry
be.
box.
I see. Like that could go either way. I don't know. What do you all think? Do you think that's spiny oyster or coral?
I'm a newbie.
It's gorgeous, whichever it is.
It certainly is.
If it's red coral, it doesn't. It's undyed.
Yeah.
Is coral delicate, like spiny oyster?
No, it's not as delicate. It's harder usually.
That is so pretty, Elizabeth.
Oh, thanks.
Very talented young lady.
Let's see what else. What do I want to show next? Show this find. I know Cindy's seen it before. This is a beautiful mother of pearl kind of collar.
Oh yeah, that's spectacular.
Wow. Wow.
That is just spectacular. I love that piece.
Thanks. So that'll be on sale. It's missing a bead or two, but I tightened everything up so it shouldn't fall apart. And I just thought it was too beautiful to take it
Oh,
off.
It's
yeah.
very pretty.
Yeah. I love that you can fix that stuff because I always end up putting that stuff in a craft lot because I don't have time to do anything with it. And by the way, I have a very large craft lot too that I might put up on Sunday.
Okay.
Cool beans.
Let's see.
It's at least a large shipping flat rate box, maybe more.
So we talked about metal clay, precious metal clay or silver clay, and this is one piece that's made out of that. So
Nice.
basically, if you're not familiar with it, it is silver mixed in with a binder, so it's kind of like a putty, and then you can form it however you want. And then once it's in the shape that you want, you let it dry, and then you fire it either using a torch or using a kiln. And so this sort of is an interesting shield pattern that I pressed it into. And then I've got...
Do you have a kiln or do you use a torch?
I have a kiln. Yeah.
Oh, nice. My mother had one. We had a kiln going in our garage all the time when I was growing up.
Wow.
Constant.
And I figuring out how to mount this to a necklace was challenging. I did it a long time ago, but that's kind of a really light gray leather that's behind it, and it's attached with rivets made out of rubber, and
Wow.
this silver swirly bail. I'll turn it around.
I do like the bail. Very, very interesting piece. Very nice.
Yep.
And the rubber was to match the necklace part of it. But you could easily cut off the rubber necklace and put it on something else. So.
I think it looks better like that than it would on a chain. I mean, it would look awesome on a chain if it was a very heavy chain, but I like that or leather, either one. I don't mind that at all. It works for me.
Yeah. Oh, great. Let's see.
Very talented.
Yeah, Robert, you've been having some crazy stuff going on with your phone and your email.
So this is one that I made. The feathers here came from a stretch bracelet. The ball is a vintage Japanese bead, and the other one is a check glass bead, I believe.
Hi, Sharon.
And I thought it was fun. It reminded me a little bit of a squash blossom, but in my style.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Judith, Deli, and Triple J. How are you ladies doing? Hey, Pamela.
Hi, everybody. I missed.
I've got two channels open here, so I'm trying to go back and forth between the chats to make sure I don't miss anybody.
So I've got 3 rhinestone necklaces like this, very, very vintage ones. I don't know if you can see it very well.
Yeah, those older ones, they are so much different than the new ones that they put out now that they start selling around prom time and stuff. You can really see the difference in the quality and how they're made. But those older ones, the quality is so much nicer on them.
That's pretty.
So I'll have
lots of sparkle in those ABs too.
That's beautiful. Let's see. Another thing that I've got is some Millefiori necklace. It's an older one.
Elizabeth, those really sell. I can't list them fast enough.
Okay,
Yeah, they do.
from me.
They do.
I'm serious. I never liked them. Isn't that something? You know, over the years, I never liked them. And I got one and I thought, well, I'm going to list this. And the lady that bought it said, "You have made my childhood
I
become."
remember I told you, list
Remember,
that
she was
thing
so,
that
oh
somebody
man,
will
she
buy
went
it.
on and on. Thank you so much. You made my day. And I thought, ooh. But I was happy for her. I was so happy for her.
They sell
So
quickly,
yes, they
though.
sell, Elizabeth.
Yeah, they
They are
do.
beautiful. I never liked them myself.
Yeah. Well, it makes it easy to get rid of.
Right.
Yeah, no emotional attachment, but I love them. I love those Millefiori.
They are beautiful. Well, then Cindy told me to go watch these videos, and when I saw what they go through to make these things, wow.
Then you figured out why they cost so much. I know.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. So
That's a
if you
pretty
see
set.
them at an auction on YouTube for a good price, grab them, ladies, because you can sell them really high on Etsy or eBay.
Let's see. So this is a Monet set
Uh-oh.
necklace.
That looks like an old one. Does that have a copyright on the Monet tag?
I don't see a date, but it did come from my aunt, and most of the jewelry that came from her was 40s, 50s, 60s.
Yeah, I was going to say
Mhm.
that looks like
Yeah.
maybe 40s, 50s, and if it doesn't have a copyright, it's pre-55.
I just happen to have a book now. I can look it up.
Oh,
Yes,
awesome.
you can.
Cindy gave me a book for my birthday, Elizabeth.
I
was
know.
so excited.
I saw. That's
Because
wonderful.
I collect the old Monet. I haven't seen this set before.
Okay. Well, now you have. It's unusual to me. That it has basically two clasps on the necklace, so you could.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
Get
Oh, it's like an
shorter. I
extension.
think. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, that's good.
And you can also add the bracelet in if you want. It's a little bit heavier, but
Yeah, because back then girls had chicken necks.
yes.
Yeah, along with them missing ribs on the waist.
There
Yeah.
was no McDonald's.
Yep. So those are a few vintage beauties.
How are you, Dawn? And
Beautiful.
that is probably something to do with it too, Roberta, that we weren't eating fast food every day back then.
That's right. Mom was cooked in the kitchen 3 meals a day.
Let's see. Along those lines, we've got this Coro
Oh my.
necklace.
Hope you got your wallet out, Roberta.
I know 2 things I collect: coral and Monet.
So this one goes from 14 to 16 inches, and it's kind of a light gold color, and it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
That's right, Joe. And people actually went outside and played sports instead of sat in a chair playing video games.
Back in the day.
Let's see.
Nice collection so far, Elizabeth.
Well, thanks.
Yes, absolutely.
Little of everything.
So this one is a Rara.
I love all the ideas that all of the ladies who make their own jewelry, I absolutely love the ideas that they bring.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
Is that
one of,
lucite?
well, I don't know if it's lucite or acrylic. It's a Iris Apfel brand from HSN. So it's not vintage.
Not a piece.
Kind of looks vintage
I found a bunch of those lucite pieces in a jar a while back that all were all really old, but they were like new old stock. They all had all lucite tags on them that had never been worn, and there was a couple in there that were similar to that, not exactly. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, very cool. And these ones are interesting because they're solid on the face, on one face, and then they're clear on the back, and then all around. So it's a little bit interesting. So.
And that's from HSN, you said?
Yeah. I think they still have them. You can look them up.
Well, if they're selling on HSN now, then you know that's something people are wearing now.
Mm-hmm.
I see such a range of jewelry now. Nobody's following a fad like they used to. Everybody's wearing what they want to wear, so you see like everything now.
I know nobody laughs at me anymore.
Yeah, I had in that lot, Barbie, there was a bright yellow one in there, and it was a lucite piece, but not exactly like that. It was an older piece.
I made a couple of yellow pieces because I know there's not that much yellow jewelry.
Oh, that looks like an Avon. I had an Avon piece very similar to that. Did you put that one together, or is that just an old vintage piece?
No, it's sort of a new vintage piece. It's probably about 18 years old, something like that. And the brand is Michal Negrin. It's Michal, and the last name is Negrin.
I've actually seen that brand before.
Oh yeah. So that designer is no longer in business, and pieces. You can look them up. they're not cheap. They're not super
That's pretty.
expensive, but I have a couple of others, and I'm willing to let this one go.
Nice.
We got to start somewhere, Elizabeth. It overtakes us.
Exactly.
Miss Elizabeth does know her brands always too. Like when we are doing previews and auctions, she's always has information on most of the brands that we bring out. She's pretty knowledgeable.
Oh my.
I'm pretty good at looking them up.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, but your brain retains. Mine doesn't.
Exactly. Mine does not retain. And tell us about this because this is awesome.
That's gorgeous.
So this is one I made. It's a porcelain bead with, I guess they're chrysanthemums on it.
Very pretty.
Sides.
That's a really pretty bead, and I like the contrast between that and the beads that you put on it.
Yeah, thanks. The turquoise colored ones, I'm pretty sure are howlite. I'm 100% sure that they're not real turquoise.
Who cares? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So the green, I think, is serpentine, and then the little pink beads in between they're rhodonite or rhodochrosite. I can't remember which.
I think without the black, it's rhodochrosite.
Yeah. So they're mostly
with the black, it's rhodonite.
Yeah.
But I could have it backwards most of the time. I do.
No, I remember the night and the black go together.
Oh, that's clever.
Oh, what a clever way to remember, because I never remember that. I always take a guess, but then I got it right that time.
The black and the night is how I remembered that.
Awesome. And this is a sterling silver clasp.
That is so cute.
That is a great piece. That is a great use of howlite beads for sure.
Thanks. Yeah, I like the colors. Here's a Kishi necklace that I made out of old puka shell necklace. Oops, sorry, you can't see it. And some turquoise beads, and the purple is charoite. Those are
Wow.
those are just little nuggets. They're not Kishi. And I made it 23 inches long, so it's not a puka shell choker.
You
It's
know
for
what?
the
It's
big
so
girls.
funny. I was watching some YouTube videos on our big screen tonight with my husband, and they were going through fads from different eras. And David Cassidy, believe it or not, actually made puka shells. He made them a thing by wearing puka shells on that show, Partridge Family show.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mhm.
That's how puka shells took off, was from him wearing them. That's funny. I would have never thought that. Hi, Patty.
I guess that's why all the girls liked them.
So just a bit of trivia there, guys.
The
Yeah,
puka,
he was a
the puka
cutie
shell
patootie,
guy.
wasn't he? I
Uh,
never noticed it, but he was wearing giant puka shells in almost every episode.
uh,
Guess I haven't lived yet.
um,
That is a cool brooch.
these are
Oh,
two brooches. The thistle is Stuart Nye is the brand, and it's sterling, and it.
Mm.
I wrote down the weight, but that's not right. But you can take a look at their website if you want to see the prices.
How are they spelling that? STUART or STEW?
STUART, and it's NYE.
So we're not talking. Okay, gotcha.
They're based out of the East Coast somewhere, and they have a lot of beautiful jewelry. But I happened to find this thistle at the flea market one time. So, and then this, I'll bring them closer to the camera, but this is a micro mosaic bar brooch.
Okay, I found that one. That one is gorgeous. I wanted to get a close up of it, so I found that one on eBay. Beautiful piece.
Awesome.
I love bar brooches too.
Let's see. We'll look at some rings now.
how cute.
So this guy I bought from Devon, and I loved it, but it's too big. It's amethyst. It's not silver. It's brass, I suppose. It is adjustable in the back,
Cool.
and it's got beautiful repoussé flowers on it. So that's a really nice.
That's a nice one.
Then going.
I love those kind of bands, those really wide bands like that don't come together all the way.
Yeah. Well, I would be keeping it if it would stay on my fingers, but it won't.
I love that's one of the things I really like about the Sajin rings.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This one is out of my aunt's collection, and it is, I think it's just brass. I tested it for gold, and it didn't come up. And it's got blue enamel on it, and got those little grooves.
Pretty little ring.
Yeah. So that's that's a really fun ring, I think. Oh, here's one. This one is a brand that I don't hear talked about very often. It's Agatha. I'm sorry, Agatha, and it's a French brand. And this ring is made out of shagreen, which is stingray skin. So those are not diamonds or gems. It's like a really, really, really tough leather on there.
Wow.
And it's sterling.
Is it Agatha Paris?
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me screenshot one for you. Let me see if I can figure out how to do that. Probably have to close all of these other ones. I found it's not the same one, but I did find a piece by her. I'll screenshot it. Oh, wait a minute. Why is it? Okay, there we go. Ah, why is it doing that? I think I have too many things open. Let me try again. Okay. Go ahead and move on, and I will figure this out, because for some reason it's wanting to share everything and not just the. Let me try this again. Oops, hold on. I got to get back to just you.
22 in chat. Thanks,
don't know what
everybody.
I'm doing, guys, because that would be correct.
I darn sure don't.
So this is a sterling and enamel ring. It's very similar to something that Cindy sold recently. And right, it's got red and
Very
pink
pretty.
and purple and aqua and green enamel in there. So.
Okay, I see why it's doing that. I got to do it a different
You
way.
sure those aren't stones?
Well,
Itty bitty.
I'm not sure that they aren't. I bought it assuming that it was enamel a long, long time ago.
Cute little ring.
So, yeah. So they could be stones. I think Cindy's has.
Does it say Thailand inside?
Let's see. No, it just says, I think, 95.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I got it to share. So there is one of hers. I wanted to show you this to show they are vintage, and they're not cheap.
Wow.
So that there's a few more. I didn't find anything exactly like hers, but there is an example of a piece from that designer. Now let me figure out how to get rid of this. All right, I did it. Okay.
Yeah, this ring is less than 20 years old, but it's probably 18 years old. So, oh. And then I've got this poison ring.
Poison ring.
Oh, beautiful.
It is one of the green stones that I'm blanking on right now. Adventuring, I guess.
That's a big one. That could do a whole town.
It could. It could compete with yours, Ruff.
That's nice.
Yeah. So, and I got this one from Tiffany of Tiffany's Cool Finds.
That could be, what's the stone? Onyx, green onyx.
Yeah, it could be. Could be. I don't know.
That's a keeper.
Get a good look at it. I really like it, but it flops over on my finger too
Because you have little bitty fingers.
because so I'll let somebody else enjoy it.
I might have to enjoy that.
Here's I don't know how I can show this. This is a old vintage chain from 50s or the 60s from my aunt's collection. It's a long
That's
one.
definitely old. That's where I'm from, the 50s.
Well, I'm not saying that.
I am.
But yeah, it's beautiful. It's gold colored, and there's no wear on it that I can see.
It's been loved.
Yeah, so there's that. And then this one is silver colored.
Hey, Pat.
It may look kind of gold colored because of my house, but that's that.
Excuse me.
The stations. This is what the stations look like, and the chain.
It's in better shape than I am.
Well, you didn't see the jewelry box for 40 or 50 years.
Now, Elizabeth, just so you know, you can bring non-jewelry items too. If you do other things besides jewelry, you can bring other things. It doesn't have to be just jewelry.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
right.
And on that note, I have a couple of random things, but I also have some purses. Sure. You can see this one.
Cindy, close your eyes. Red purse.
Orange and brown leather. It's made in Italy. The brand is it's spelled LARTIGIANO.
Wow, on my phone it looks red. On my laptop it looks orange.
Yeah, it's definitely
That's cool.
It's definitely orange, and it's got a long strap that I tucked in. So that's a fun.
That is a nice handbag. I like the leather handbags with the hard, very hard shell leather like that. That's cute.
Yeah,
That's adorable.
It is.
so I've got that, and I've got another bag that's about the same size.
When you invest in a leather handbag, ladies, particularly one like that, hi Pat and Lori, it is a lifetime investment. Those leather handbags last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but that one wouldn't hold my billfold. I have to have a big.
Yeah,
Everything
every
goes in my
woman has
purse.
to own at least one leather handbag. Yes, it does look like good leather. Yeah, I don't buy anything but leather because if it's made of anything else, I will tear it up in no
I'd
time.
tear it up.
Hard on a bag.
me too.
I could live out of my purses for a week.
Okay, so this bag is about the same size as the other one. I had it made for me by somebody on Etsy a number of years ago. So I picked out the lining material, and I picked out the color of the leather.
Oh, wow, you had it
Cool.
custom made and you're selling it? Gorgeous bag.
It doesn't fit all that I need to carry.
Yeah, but it's a good jewelry toter.
Yeah. So
when you're on your jewelry toting days.
If I can get a few bucks for it, then yeah. So, and it's got
gorgeous.
So it's got a deep pocket if you need it. And if you don't need it, then you can fold it over and snap it closed. And
I enjoyed it, Pat.
This other little pocket on there, and it's got a nice shoulder strap.
That's pretty, Elizabeth.
Oh, thanks. have this. I have this. Oh, I think you can see that.
Pat, you have a new video up. We have got to go see that. Put it
Yes,
in,
she's
Pat.
so cotton picking cute too. Anybody
Put in a
that
link,
can go
please,
over and
Pat,
watch
so we
Pat's
can go check
videos.
it out.
Go sub to her. Cute as she could be.
Oh, and fossil bags, guys. Those are very well
Uh-oh.
made. That's a good investment in a fossil bag. They are, they're very well made, and you're not going to spend a freaking fortune. I mean, they're pricey, but you're not going to spend a fortune like you would with a Coach or a Dooney and Burke or a Michael Kors. They are getting up there in price, but they're just as well made as any of those other brands.
You selling the furniture in the back, Elizabeth?
No.
So,
That's
this
That
is
looks
one of
cozy.
Fossil's higher end bags because it came in a bag like that. So that is one of their higher end bags. That's evidence right there.
Loved it, Pat.
I have one more bag, if that wasn't big enough for you.
Well, ladies are always asking for really large bags. Whenever I used to sell bags, they always wanted them bigger and bigger. So there you go, everybody.
Yeah, so this is a leather bag, and it's
Now we're talking.
beautiful.
That's a nice one.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. So there's room for laptops or
Everything I tote.
That's the size I carried when I had small children because my purse became a diaper bag. So I just
No.
started carrying a really big purse.
That's the size I carry every day.
Yeah, now my back can't handle it because the bigger it is, the more I put in it. So I try to
It's
keep
because
it
you're short.
now, but I love those big old bags.
yeah. And so this one, I don't even think I knew it had this in here.
Make sure there's no money in it.
No, there's no money in it.
That's
And
my
it,
bag right there.
Yes, that's an awesome bag.
yeah, and you can see inside the.
See, I'm always surprised when I find the used bag so clean inside because I really am tough on mine. I just recently finally made it a habit not to put ink pens and makeup and things like that in my purse to keep the liner clean, but I always get the liners dirty of my purses, so I don't know how ladies keep them so clean.
The only way I can keep it clean is not use it.
Exactly, exactly.
This one does have. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
your camera disconnected.
I know. Let me see. Let me try again.
Yeah, you may have to just go out and come back in if you can't reconnect it. Try that at the bottom of your screen on StreamYard. You'll have mute and stop cam mic.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Try the stop cam there. If that doesn't work, click that. If that doesn't work, then go to camera/mic. And then you'll have a drop down. Click on the camera part and it'll give you a list of whatever cameras you have hooked up. Click on whatever one you're using and it should bring you back. There you go.
There you go.
That's not the best camera, but
Oh, yeah. Did it switch your cameras?
yeah. So
Okay. Well, do you see the other camera on that list when you click on it? Click
Yeah.
that on it and see if it'll hook you back up. Okay. So what you're probably going to have to do is go out and come back in or use the other camera.
okay, I'll
If you want to go out and come back in, we'll wait for you. I'm sure Roberta's got something she can show, and I always do.
okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
All right. We'll be here.
Okay.
You better come back.
Well, there you go. See, there's
Well,
something
you better
right
show
there.
us what you got right there, woman.
This was a gift. And isn't that gorgeous? It's a spectralite pendant.
Gorgeous. You put it on that Omega chain.
And this is a huge pendant. Yes, I put it on the Omega because this pen can handle it. It's gorgeous though. Look at that. I mean, it's huge. And I'm glad they put it sideways and not like this.
Me too.
Gorgeous. And then these earrings came with it as a gift. This was a Christmas gift from somebody, which I promise I promise not to share that information. So my gifter likes to be anonymous. So, but
I'll show you mine too.
Let's let Roberta show hers.
This was also
Oh,
a Christmas
good. You
gift.
made it back. You show yours, and then I'll bring her
2
back.
seconds.
Up. Okay, go ahead.
How pretty is that? And that.
That is a gorgeous agate. Isn't that
Isn't that
spectacular?
gorgeous?
The color.
Love it.
Our
Okay,
gift
let's
came
put the
from
star of the
same
show
person,
on.
Actually, I can tell you that we were gifted by the same person. All righty. You ready,
I'm
Elizabeth?
ready. Where's
There you
our
go.
beautiful guest?
Back.
Sure.
All righty.
Let's see. I've got 3 tins filled with jewelry.
All right. We're getting a lot.
Yeah. So.
Don't misplace my purse there either, girlie.
Or her Monet.
Yeah, or that Monet.
So I don't know. You can
Oh,
see
my.
in here.
Oh, what a pretty brooch.
It's coral and onyx necklace.
I'm not sure that was malachite. It looked the color of malachite. Is that malachite, Roberta? or
No,
is it
I
some
do
sort
not
of
think
agate?
so. That is some sort of agate. A gorgeous, gorgeous piece of jewelry. But it's not malachite.
Ooh, is that black coral laying there?
It's not. It's onyx. A
Is
jewelry
it?
company. Yeah, but
It's gorgeous.
coral. You
So
know,
is this going to be like a lot, Elizabeth?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, and that's going in it. Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah, we're both picking it apart, saying, "Oh, don't put that
oh,
in."
wow.
And here's a vintage brooch.
That's cute.
Vendome is the brand.
Okay.
Dome.
Vendome is a division of Coro. It's an old piece. It's
Gonna say.
a designer for Coro for some of their higher end pieces way back. I don't have the dates off the top of my head, but if you Google Vendome by Coro, you'll find the maker of the Vendome.
Pricey gals and guys.
Coro put out.
Pricey.
Yes, very pricey.
Thanks. This, I think it's from the 80s. It's marked M Gent, MJENT, and it's just a pretty brooch. Let's see.
Mary, I thought you bought all the lots last night.
I know, Mary, right?
She always
Mary
claiming
got-
this one.
Mary, you are going to be so happy with that lot you bought last night. That is a fabulous lot. There's like $800 of jewelry in there.
This is a Sarah Coventry necklace. It's one of the ones with the perfume in it.
Smellies.
It doesn't smell too much. Otherwise, I would have picked it all out. But it's beautiful.
Courting couple.
Ring couple on it. Yep.
That looks hand painted too. Is that a decal or hand painted?
I think it's a decal.
Still just as pretty.
I'm not sure. Here's the back.
You can tell when you look at it with a loop. If it's a decal, you'll see little dots. If it's hand painted, you'll actually see the brush strokes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's a decal. So I'll look at it a little bit more closely. Let's see. What else is in here?
There's some nice stuff in this lot,
I
guys.
love goodie boxes. Love them.
Me too.
So this beautiful brooch, it's gold tone. It's out of my aunt's stuff, so it's from that same time period.
I love goldstones. And look at that pan. That's another sign of age. See that twisted, that the pen is like a twisted metal.
My birthstone.
Yeah, gorgeous.
So that one's fun. Let's see. What else can I get out of there? This is interesting. It's some kind of an Asian character carved out of wood.
Mm-hmm.
And that came from my aunt's stuff too. So it's probably old.
It could be ebony wood.
Mary says she really likes your aunt, Elizabeth.
Well, thank you. And I have this that I won as a gift from Maury, and the only reason it's in here is because it's way too big. But it is one of
Oh, a glass bracelet.
Pretty,
and
pretty.
I'm on the
Hey,
hunt
Anna-Maura.
now to find glass pieces for Talbot's mom because she can't wear any kind of metals. So she
I've
can
been
wear very little
okay.
jewelry. So I am on the hunt for
I
glass.
have 3 rings. I couldn't remember who wanted them. 2
I
glass and 1
I'm just
wood,
going
I
to
think.
pile them up, and when I get enough, just send them to her because every woman has to be able to wear jewelry. So I feel
I'll
bad
put them
for
in your box.
who can't.
I'll put them in your box.
let's see. One of the things that's in here is I think
Oh, wow. Is that a Lee Sands?
I think so. It's not marked.
Ooh. Yeah, but
Either
there's
is yours.
pieces
Look at
out
that.
there.
Not
My
something
whole
we-
childhood, that's the kind of birthday presents, birthday cakes I got. Because
What
my
kind of a
birthday's
bird
right
would
around.
you call that?
Looks like a turkey to me.
Yeah, I think it's a turkey.
Okay,
Or a
so
rock, maybe.
Looks just like my birthday cakes my whole childhood.
let's see if we can find that one under Lee Sands. I am Googling Lee Sands mother of pearl turkey. So let's see if we can find it. Yep, but I need to do it in a separate screen. That's the mistake I made earlier.
See, the age I am now, I'd wear that. I'd wear that. I wouldn't when I was younger, but I would today.
Well, you have a chance to buy it.
And if anybody looked at me, I'd say, what?
This is the one I got at an estate sale probably 10 years ago. The brand is Michaela Fry, and it is an enamel bracelet.
Wow. Oh my goodness, that's pretty.
It's a little bit worn.
Loved, Elizabeth. A little bit loved.
It's very loved. But the enamel is in good shape. It's just some of the colors come off.
That is so cool.
Well, I can't find that exact one. That's going to take some research, but I will screenshot a Lee Sands for somebody who would be an equal comparison. If somebody was interested in the Lee Sands or in that lot, I will screenshot it so you all can see what these go for.
Thanks, Cindy. That's great. And this Michaela Fry still makes things, but
There you go. There's a Lee Sands parrot that is similar in construction and materials. It doesn't show, oh, like somehow it cut that price off, but it's selling for 110.
Wow. Wowza.
Yeah.
I bet it is.
so I'll leave some for tomorrow.
There's quite
That's
a bit
a
of
wonderful
value
lot.
there. And that pink coral on that thing, that's nice too.
That's a
So
wonderful
that's a
lot.
fabulous jar, guys.
That Vendome is
Okay.
awesome. Plus, you can send your family cookies out of that container for Christmas
You can.
or
Let's
bonbons.
So y'all are in trouble now that I learned that new trick.
let's see. This one is a
Mary
smaller
says it's
box.
her tin. I don't know, Mary.
It's not
As vintagey.
it's not as good, but there's pretty stuff in it. so
Still awesome.
this is the stone stretch bracelet.
Wow, that's nice right off the bat.
Mhm.
Beautiful piece of lapis there.
Yeah, I'm
Is
not
that
I don't
lapis?
think it's lapis. I think it's dyed agate. Can you kind of
Okay,
see?
gorgeous.
They're pretty.
But it is
I see the banding in it on the inside. Still a gorgeous piece.
and then they've
Indeed.
got this brass and turquoise bangle from India.
Pretty,
So
pretty.
yeah, so it's it's more primitive than the Native American stuff.
Yeah,
but
that stuff
pretty.
from India, the brass and inlaid stuff is always very primitive, but it's always cool though. I love their jewelry. I
That
like
is pretty.
jewelry.
I like jewelry, period.
chop chop bracelet. Pink,
Everybody has to own one of those.
pink and red.
That or a ring.
Yeah.
Cha-cha ring.
Let's see. There are two of these. I bought them in Hawaii. They are clamper
Ooh.
bangles,
Those are pretty.
Very pretty.
and the black one, you can see through parts of it. I don't know. If you
That would make a really nice stack there.
And the purple one is solid, but they're nice. They're in good shape.
I'd wear them together.
Yeah, me too. Okay, here's a fun thing. This ring.
Wow.
It's just black plastic, and it's trimmed with gold. The petals are trimmed with gold, and there's little stones in there. So.
That's a statement.
Yep. Let's see. I got a whole lot of rings. So there are.
That could hold a scarf on too, though. You could put that on a scarf.
Very true. Very true. And this little ring is howlite and copper.
Copper. Yeah, copper color. Another scarf clip.
Yeah, it's copper colored. I'm not so sure it's copper, but it's a stretchy ring, but it's got lots of life left in it. Got this is it's a souvenir bracelet. I think they're stones, but I'm not sure.
That's pretty.
It's not sterling. My
Still
friend,
some nice stones in there though for reusing, or I like it as it is because I like those multi-colored stoned bracelets, but they've got a nice shape to them, so they'd be nice to reuse too, even for a crafter.
Don't wreck the jewelry.
I'm not 100% sure they're stones, but they probably are. So let's see. Oh, here's a fun one. This ring.
That's cute.
I'm holding myself steady enough. It's got faux pearl.
Look at all those gorgeous rings she's wearing. One of them looks familiar on your index finger.
Yep, this one. Got that from
Pretty, pretty.
So this has butterflies and flowers.
That's cute.
And
Don't
Indeed.
let Mary. I know Mary loves her costume rings.
let's see.
Mary said she's licking it to claim ownership.
You've been hanging out with my puppies.
This one did not test as silver, but it's a liquid silver style bracelet.
Kind of cute.
And I'm sure that is magnesite or something else. That's not.
They did a very clever copy, though. Someone who didn't know, they could easily pass it off as sterling.
Yeah.
Or native, even.
Yeah. So, got
That's
that
cute.
in there. Let's see. I'll show one more thing from here.
I'll be sure to wash anything you send me going forward.
Okay. And this bracelet, I'll lift it up too, but it is sterling silver and it's artisan made, and the white that you can see in the discs is sliced shell, and it's got like a red epoxy or some filler in there. So
That's cute.
That's interesting. Wow. Wow. God does not make junk.
That's cool.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of a shell, doesn't it?
Yeah. Slices
It is some kind of shell, but
and it looks like it's mounted on a different kind of a shell that I can't think of the name of.
What a cool bracelet.
Those lightweight ones. Anyways. And it
Almost.
It cost $52 when we got it.
It does not surprise me.
Looks like some kind of starfish, like in the middle of a star or a sand dollar type thing.
You want to see it somewhere?
I used to collect shells, and you would not believe the patterns in shells. They're just like crazy sometimes. So, is it inlaid separate pieces? Because if it is, it looks like what they call tortella shell, that they sliced them down the middle. They might have taken fossilized shells and sliced them down the middle and inlaid them in there.
Yeah,
look at this.
That's what it is.
Switch to this and look at this.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a fossilized piece there, Roberta.
See that pattern?
Yeah, I think it's inlaid shells is what it is.
Yeah.
Like they
That's
slice those tortella, I think I'm pronouncing that right, shells. They sliced them down the middle and inlaid them. So you're looking at the inside of the shell.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. And the red is just a filler. But
very pretty.
I thought it was really striking.
It is.
So,
It is indeed.
There are more things in there as well. I'll leave those. I have one more tin.
I really like that bracelet. That's a lot of goodies.
And this tin has mostly earrings. I pulled these out a bit earlier to show them. So, clip-on, sparkly clip-on earrings.
Sparkly ABs.
Everybody's got to have a pair of those in your collection. Those are a must. If you love vintage and you love sparkly, you got to have a pair of those.
And this pair is a different vintage sparkly, and these ones are screwbacks.
Got to have screwbacks.
Yep. And this pair of earrings is, this way. They are listener
Oh, that's a nice vintage brand.
Yeah.
And those will go with that necklace, whatever that's laying down there. Oh, that brooch or whatever that is, or
Yeah,
pendant that will
yeah,
work
this is
with
the
that.
matching pendant. Yep. Yep. So that all that's in this box.
So there is some nice vintage stuff in that box too.
Yeah. Let's see.
Are you using cards to clip your stuff too? I love that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
These are West Germany earrings. I don't know if you
Also vintage.
can see
Mhm.
that. There.
So that's a pretty decent 10 there too. Some good Etsy listable brands. If you're a reseller, that's a lot of Etsy stuff that you can list there.
Yeah. And I don't know if you can see these, but
I
under
can.
sparkly earrings. One thing that's in here, the only thing that's silver, but it's a pair of earrings,
Scrimshaw.
chips.
Scrimshaw.
Yes.
Yeah, thick scrimshaw. And
Okay, so that card there is going to be worth whatever you pay for the box, just that one card.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the ring, obviously, it's been worn.
Been loved, Elizabeth.
It's been loved. That one looks a little older than the earrings. Very nice.
Been loved.
Yeah, and I can't remember. Oh, it's just marked sterling. So let's see. This is a little bit of a different pair of earring clip-ons without sparkly.
So you're getting a flush going here. Royal flush, what do you call that?
Flush.
The full house.
So there's more in that tin also.
So you'll have to wait till you get it to see the rest, but she sure showed enough pieces to get you excited about it. I'm excited about it.
Nice. She do. She has a 987.
But just remember, Mary has already licked them.
No, she licked the other 10.
Oh, okay. You missed some nice vintage stuff, Mary, in that second 10. A lot of Mary type items in that second 10, so you'll have to go back and check it out.
I just broke my bracelet stand. Oh well.
Better it breaks on you, right? That's the way I always say it. I constantly break those stretchies because I like to give them a good pull before I sell them to make sure they're not going to go flying. So when they do, it ends up in a craft box.
So this is a cuff. I bought it from a seller on Etsy. Bullfinch and Barbary. I had it made on me, so it's smaller than your standard cuff.
Alrighty. So Mike was asking for small bracelets for his daughter. She wears a very small size, so I'll have to tell him about that. She's got like a 5-inch wrist.
Okay, yeah. Mine is 6 1/4, I think, but this fits, really close.
Yeah, that's how she likes her stuff. She likes it so it doesn't fall down over the hand, and that would probably work for her.
Yeah, and what it is it's copper with enamel, and the enamel was not melted all the way, so it's sugary and sparkly looking.
Very cool.
Delicious.
Wow. Mary would think so. She said this video is saved under my jewelry.
You can see this one. I'm not sure if it's native, It's not marked, but it's copper, and
Hey, Miss Anna.
it's got beautiful stamps and punch outs.
That's definitely real copper.
Yeah,
That
it is.
fake copper colored stuff does not tarnish like that. So,
Yeah, and it's also on the smaller side,
okay, I'll let them know you're going to have some smaller bracelets.
which is
Good deal, shop girl. I'm glad you like it, honey.
and brass.
Oh, good. Glad you got it. I love brass pieces. I do because they wear so well, but I just love the color of brass.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
pretty.
another small
So that
one.
is cute.
Let's see. Okay, this is another cuff bracelet, and it is made by Jesse and Co. It's JESSE and CO. And it is heavily plated copper, so silver plated copper. And
Cool.
they have that on their website, or they did as of a couple weeks ago. So that's a modern bracelet, and it's pretty flexible. So so it can be made bigger or
I
squished.
like the design.
Yeah, I really liked it. Um, okay, so now are some weird things. This bracelet I made in a jewelry class, and it's oval, and it's got all kinds of
Pretties on it. That's what it's got on it.
beads on it. Yeah. So some are gemstone, and most of them are glass, though. And it's got a little.
Elizabeth original.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And that's an antique button.
Oh,
Oh,
cute.
interesting.
How can you get rid of your beautiful item?
I have so much, and it's a little bit too big.
That's adorable.
So that's how. And if it goes to somebody who's gonna love it, then
That's
that's worth
true.
it.
That one's cute.
Okay, this one's weirder.
They're beautiful.
This one is another bracelet that I made in the class. This one's bronze, made out of bronze wire, and it's we made it around a glass to have the shape, so it's wider on one side than the other. It's got this, sari silk and beads hanging off of it.
Back in my hippie days.
And I've got one more piece that I made in a class.
Hey, Francis.
So this is
Hi, Miss Francis.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
so this one's copper and silver, and the art glass beads, and some little danglies. And I stamped. I don't know if you can see here. It's stamped with
Oh, awesome.
holes or something.
That's cool, Elizabeth.
Very cool. I love that.
And I've got it on a satin chain, basically. A satin cord.
Beautiful. Gorgeous.
Let's see. Now this I made a few of, because I really liked it. I don't know whether other people will, but I made 5 of these bracelets. Come on, there.
I like it.
So they're, I'm sure not turquoise. I did break open one of those beads, and it is colored all the way through, but I still think it's a fake for turquoise. But
It could be a reconstitution of something. If it's blue all the way through, it could be reconstituted.
yeah, that's true. That's true. And the chain is cut from another vintage necklace, which I wouldn't have cut if
Yes, you were.
the brand, but I had looked at it, 18 times and couldn't find anything. So
Cool bracelet.
it's been made into 5 bracelets, basically. And I still have chain left over.
See, I put a lot of things in my craft boxes like that can be remade, like pieces of really nice chain from a broken necklace kind of thing that you can use for that kind of stuff. So I will definitely have to get together a lot.
Yeah, I would love that. Here's another funny thing I put together. It's a watch.
Oh, cool.
And I put it on a gold-plated sterling chain.
It's a pretty
chain
color.
Pretty short for what it is, but it looks pretty. Anyways, I cut the band down because the band was damaged.
That's cool.
So I could use it as a
Wow, and does the watch work?
It goes around. I'm not sure if it keeps time, but there's nothing wrong
2
with it
minutes
as
of
far
your
as I
time.
know. And anyways, this came from a set with different colored bands and different colored bezels.
I like that color though.
Yeah, this is the only one that I have. But when I looked it up a few years ago, it was one of those sets. So if you were to slide out the strap, then the bezel comes off.
Gotcha.
So.
Well, nice save again.
Cute.
Let's see. I have some other weird things. Let's see. I have some. If I can open it, I will show you. I have some funny vintage baby dolls.
Aw.
And they're porcelain, so if anybody is into that, ask me about it tomorrow. I don't know too much about them, and I'm not going to sell them for a high price.
They're cute. I used to collect dolls all around Samantha's room. I put shelves up near the ceiling, and we put dolls all around her room. But those days are long gone, but all the dolls are in containers now.
And this book it's old, 1911. It's called The Rackety Packety House. I believe it's the 2nd edition. It is available on eBay for over $100. But anyways, it's a really cute story.
That's cute.
you can see who owned it. I got
We
this
had-
at an estate sale. But it's a super cute story, and you could resell it
Yeah.
for
I'll read it to your grandchildren.
Yeah.
We read books every night.
so when I got this, I read it out loud to my mom, and we had fun with it. So
Hmm.
so there's that.
Quite a variety.
Yeah.
Me too, Mona Lisa. I love books.
Let's-
You can go anywhere in the
Just
world to a
realized
book.
I was talking and I was muted.
Well, if anybody is into vintage sewing, there are a couple of things here that they might be interested in. This is basically a hoop that you can put your fabric through and do free motion quilting and things like that. But it's the old it's the old style.
Thank you, honey.
And there's instructions you can see here. They're darning a sock using it.
Hmm.
Oh, cool.
So if anybody collects old sewing machines, that might be
Yeah,
a
if you do, let me know. I've got a whole box full of old sewing machine parts, like different kinds of presser foots for
Back in the day.
and different things like that.
I didn't
got
throw
another
anything
spot
away.
out there. I'll show it to you, Ro, and see if it's stuff you can use.
and
Back in the day, you did not throw anything away.
here's a needle threader from that same time.
Very cool.
Surprising what it was for today. What's that?
I said still in the paper. Nice for a collection.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What else do I have to show you? I have a lot more necklaces that I've made.
Oh, wow. Cinnamon says that book was originally published in 1906.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So mine must be the second edition. Got this fun,
That'd hurt your eyes.
fun necklace.
I love the color.
I know you do. I know you do.
So, and they're ceramic beads, and it's brass or bronze. I can't tell which, but that's a fun one. I can show a few more things that I made. Let's see. This one I made a few years ago. It's tanzanite, glass, and pearls, and a silver clasp that I made.
Pretty.
Wow, nice.
So that'll be available.
Tanzanite beads, you said? Yeah, those are pricey.
Yeah. Let's see.
I've got a whole strand of those tanzanite beads I've been holding on to for a couple of years.
It's pretty.
So I mentioned yellow. Made this yellow glass and hematite necklace.
That's interesting. Isn't that pretty?
I like the colors together like that.
Yeah, me too. I remember in, let's see, must have been the 90s, maybe towards the mid to late 90s when yellow and black, well, actually in the 80s, when yellow and black was very popular. Yes, butterfly jasper color, Mary said. Oh, nice, Mona. Like bumblebees.
Yeah,
Uh-oh,
that's what
did
I
she
was.
freeze? Are you frozen? It looks like she's froze. I hear her, but her picture is frozen.
Oh,
We'll
yep, it
give it
is.
a second and see if it unfreezes. Let me do this and then put her back in and see if that does anything. Nope, now we just lost her picture. Yeah, she may have to go out and come back in again. Her picture is completely frozen. Oh, yep, now we lost her altogether, so I think she's going to go out and come back in. Well, while we're waiting on her to come back in, I want to show you this real quickly. Is that
Oh,
not the cutest thing you've ever seen? This was gifted from Sue's, from Fairy
oh,
Vixen. I am so in
that's
love with
adorable.
this. It's tiny little thing, and it is
It's
so
adorable.
delicate. Isn't it adorable? It's like the cutest brooch ever.
That
I was
is
so
cute.
excited. It is a vintage piece. It does have a long pin on
It's
it there.
adorable.
Isn't that cute though? It is so delicate but so pretty. Can't believe they got the strings and the frets and only thing it doesn't
Adorable.
have is a bow. I
Wonder.
wonder if it originally came with like a little bow.
I wonder if it originally came with a couple other instruments.
It
That's
might have, yeah. Isn't it adorable though? I'm loving
adorbs.
this. I just got this the other day from Sue, so I hadn't even shown it yet, but I love this. I was so excited that she gifted
Okay,
it.
Elizabeth.
We're
Said she'll
waiting
be in a
on
minute.
you,
She needs to
Elizabeth.
get her
No
password.
problem. No problem. We are, we'll just show a few things. What else do I have that I can show? I have a few things I can show while we're waiting on her to come back in. I've got some pieces that I found for Roberta that I'll show real quick.
Ooh, let me see. Let me see.
You've seen them.
Oh, okay.
This needs a good cleanup because I
Oh,
found
yeah, it
this
is.
in an old thrift store that was really, really beat up. It needs the store was beat down, let's put it that way. It's a Coro, an old Coro, and it's going to look really awesome when I clean it up. But that's for Roberta. Isn't that a cool feather, though?
That's a pretty one.
There she's back.
About that.
That's no problem. At least you made it back. There you go.
Okay, so I have a few more things to show. Um,
How'd you like your trip?
it was great. So this necklace is made with mostly vintage check beads, check glass beads, some new, and it's got seed beads, and the roses are plastic.
That's cool, shop girl.
So that's sort of random, but sort of planned.
That's pretty though.
Speaking of yellow necklaces, this one is made out of mostly African beads. It's got the turquoise beads are seed beads, and then it's got some check glass beads.
Pretty. Pretty and bright.
It is.
A little bit of everything, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Will not be a boring auction.
No, it won't. We got some variety for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is, I didn't make it. It's from the same era as that Michal Nugrin.
Yeah, the one you showed us before, the little red one. Little.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it is,
That's dainty.
yeah, it's pretty. It's got an R on it. I think it was from Nordstrom. But it's pretty. It's got, crystals on it and the painted surface.
Pretty, pretty. Very dainty.
I've got my tag is in the way here, but this is a Carol Lee, probably 20 years old. Memory wire choker. Pretty little bangle on it.
Pretty. Wow, just
Let's see. I mean, I can keep showing stuff, but
Yeah, go ahead. Keep showing until you're tired. We'll give you a little more time.
okay.
As long as people are watching, we'll keep showing.
Okay. Here is concoction.
we love concoctions.
So this is pieces from vintage chain, and this is a vintage pendant. This one is a vintage pendant. It's got a flower in
I
there.
was gonna say flower, right?
Yeah, this is pretty strange looking, but it is.
No, in my bathroom I have these frames that they're sealed and they have flowers in them like that. They're old. I found them at a yard sale one year, and that's what's in my bathroom. One of my bathrooms.
Yeah.
It's all done in flowers.
Those two pendants came from my aunt's stuff, so it gives you an idea of age. This is a vintage glass button.
That's cool.
And let's see. This is a piece of bronze that I formed into that shape.
Cool.
I'm using it as a hanger, and it's got, this one's a really mishmash. It's got some modern chain on it, and it's got, this is silver, the back of it.
Well, it's not jewelry. It's just that type of flowers in frames. It's really pretty. She said I have jewelry in my bathroom, but there probably is jewelry in my bathroom. In all 4 bathrooms.
Oh, I guarantee you there is in mine.
You're an artiste, Elizabeth. You're an artiste.
Well, thank you. So this one is turquoise, beautiful turquoise, and silver. And this ring is made out of that silver clay that we talked about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
As is this one right here, that acts as the clasp. And the cord is leather. Could easily be replaced with a chain if somebody wanted to.
That's a pretty stone.
And yellow and white carved bead. But yeah, the stone, I think it's just gorgeous.
Very nice.
Yeah, so if somebody got this, like, use it for parts or wear it. Let's see. Oh, I have another. Okay, this was mostly from my aunt's things. So I believe the chain is gold filled. a key to a jewelry box, a subway token for the New York subway, and then a buckle for a watch band. And
That's
how
cool.
they're hanging on a old looking but modern safety band.
Yeah.
Oh man, Roberta, I just realized I sealed up your package and I didn't put those brooches in it. Darn it, I knew I was forgetting something. They'll come in the next one.
What'd you forget?
To put that Coro brooch in there and the little JJ, I forgot.
You need a secretary.
I do.
This,
Elizabeth, you do such good work.
oh, well, thank you. It's pretty simple.
And now, obviously,
I
we
have no
won't have time to
imagination.
get through everything tomorrow night, guys, but we let them show all of this because if you see pieces that you like tonight and she doesn't bring it out tomorrow, you can ask her to bring it out,
Mhm.
and then that will help her to be able to get through things that you guys actually want to see tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely. So this, I assume, is some kind of an agate or jasper. And the little cylinder beads are hematite. And it's got a little hematite in between each of the square stone beads. I can show you the variation of color too.
That's pretty.
Quite nice.
I like the hook.
Thanks. Yeah, so I made that hook. I made
Hey, Sherry.
most of them, but not all of them. Let's see. This is a little delicate flower. I think it's rhodonite. It's carved and it's got short bugle beads on there and then kind of a mauve color.
Oh,
This one has a sterling silver clasp. I did not.
cute, cute.
And
I like dainty.
along those lines, there is a turquoise version.
That's a nice color like that. Jumps out at you. That's pretty.
Yeah, and it's got the same type of bugle beads, on different color, and two different color red crystals.
Sparklies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Very pretty.
To make it stand out.
Turn the heater down.
Have this fun one. It's I guess it's a choker. It's got a toggle clasp on it and made out of memory wire, so it keeps its shape. And beads on the necklace here, I got in Los Angeles, in the garment district, and they're like new old stock. So they're.
Wow.
I have a few others made with those same kind of beads, but the pendant is made out of a vintage button, the red,
Oh,
and a vintage belt buckle, which is the green, and an enamel vase.
that's
Yeah.
cute.
So I wired those all together, and what's holding it all together is I think this is fine silver. It might be sterling silver, but it's a big piece of silver, and it's you can see I have it attached with a little bolt.
You're as handy as a pocket on an undershirt, Elizabeth.
Yes,
You can
she
make
is.
it work.
I just love it. That's, I love Ann Dar's work for the same reason that she sees things that your average person doesn't
Yeah,
see when she
just
looks
makes
at
it work.
it. And yeah,
That's
finds a way
cute.
to make it into something beautiful. And I love that you take all that broken jewelry or just jewelry that, needs help and you make it into something and give it a new life. I love that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's fun.
Being a pocket on an undershirt is a good thing.
Just so you know.
Just so you know.
So this necklace, blue and orange, basically.
That's pretty.
The beads on it are okay. So all of the disc beads were made by a glass artist. I bought them on Etsy a while back. There's porcelain beads, the little rondelles in navy and in aqua. And then the try to show you this one. Sort of like a cluster of grapes, and it's another check glass old
Very pretty.
thing, and it's got blue seed beads.
And it looks just like Dory.
You're right.
I love it. And Finding Nemo, is that not right? Isn't that adorable?
That's
I
exactly
love
right.
that.
Let's see. This guy is, shell.
That is so cute. Oh, that one's pretty too.
And I believe that this is turquoise.
Wow, those some serious chunks of turquoise there. Wow.
So that one's pretty and not too weird.
They're not weird at all. They're so imaginative. You really have quite an imagination for putting things together. I love it. You're an artiste.
Yeah. Let's see.
Very, very pretty.
Here is another necklace.
Ooh, purple.
Yeah. So the squarish shaped ones are amethyst.
Isn't it, Mary? Mary says your weird is awesome. I agree.
Well, I never thought weird was bad.
Yeah, it's different. That's all. I mean, nothing.
Yeah.
But that's what's in now. That's what I like. I love different.
Mm-hmm.
So this
I
one's
want the Dory. That's what I'm calling it.
okay. This one's amethyst, and then it's got glass beads with a AB finish, and then acrylic beads.
Very dainty to me. That purple. Love it. Francis loves it too.
Okay.
And Sherry.
Okay.
And Pat.
Awesome.
That's a good one.
Okay.
I guess it's the purple. We don't see purple that often in jewelry.
So this
Or
one,
often enough, I should say.
yeah. So this one is cloisonne.
Mm-hmm.
And the clasp is sterling silver. And what it is on is silk that has been pleated and dyed.
Oh my.
Now, I know that we don't like fabric in our jewelry a lot of the time when it's used, but this was only worn by me maybe one time. So anyways, it could be taken apart for parts. That silk is not cheap.
Very pretty.
Mm-hmm. One.
I love how organized you are too. Everything is tagged, and oh my gosh.
I would drive myself nuts if it wasn't like that. Well, because earlier I said that there were earrings to go with everything, with all of these beaded necklaces.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to number them and number the earrings. So, but this guy is, I think, aventurine and black glass, and these are acrylic here. And this pendant is a broken vintage earring.
Wow.
With tortoiseshell colored glass.
Repurposed.
Over here, this one has a really cool clasp. You can see it. Two leaves that
Oh wow, that's cute.
and there, that's sterling. Why it says that. The necklace itself is made out of this really beautiful wood. And
it's wood.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And there's crystal green.
Oh, I see that now. Yeah.
And the other focus of this necklace are two vintage buttons. One of them is a elephant, and one of them is a fish, which I don't know if you can see.
Very cool.
That's cool.
They're the same color, so
that's an awesome piece. Well, all of them are awesome. But
So looks like we are going to have a big variety of jewelry tomorrow, guys. Something for everybody. There is something for everyone's style in her stuff for sure.
mm-hmm.
I really love your pieces that you made too.
oh, thank you.
Indeed.
Let's see. Oh, I made this one. This one's cute. I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It's made out of howlite and glass seed beads, but it reminds me of chewing bubble gum.
Oh gosh,
I thought they were
skeletons almost.
I thought they were little skeleton heads.
Yeah.
I really did. I was going to say it reminds me of skeleton heads.
I love natural howlite though. I love the way it looks. I'd much rather, I know I say that all the time, but I'd much rather get it like that than dyed.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yep, it does look like popcorn. Hey Joe, how are you?
This is another one that's got check glass beads and African beads and just seed beads.
Another pricey item are the African beads for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's her second one that has the beads in it.
Are they African trade beads? Or are they newer African beads? Still trade beads. I mean, they still sell trade beads.
they weren't labeled as trade beads, just African beads, but
They're
yeah, I don't know.
still handmade and they sell them now to help support their villages. The women get together and make them to help support their villages.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay. This one.
Except for they trade them for money now, so they technically still call them trade beads. They just trade them for money instead of goods and things like that.
Yeah. So this is all of the stones are Amazonite or however you say that.
Amazonite.
Yeah. So they're blue, really light blue at the center of the necklace, and then it the various colors of that.
One of the necklaces in the lot that's coming to you, Mary, is those Amazonite beads like that, the different colors.
And this
That's
one
pretty.
has those same little shell beads, and it's got a couple of acrylic sparklies in there.
Pretty, pretty.
Believe it or not, I have more stuff.
All right, we'll show a few more things and then we'll call it a night and we will get a fresh start tomorrow. But I am excited. I can't wait. Always excited to have a new seller come on too, guys. So we need to make sure we give her a very warm welcome and encourage her to keep going.
That's right.
Okay, my pile is getting big.
Oh, you got some fabulous stuff in there, Mary. There's some really great stuff in those 2 lots that you bought.
Oh, that's pretty.
So this is ruby zoisite
Ooh, nice.
and fake pearls in kind of a mauve, and in between everything are like a dusty purple.
Oh,
Beautiful. That's very pretty.
I love the zoisite, the ruby zoisite. Yeah, I went through it kind of fast, but you'll be happy when you get it. Everything in those 2 lots is just in great condition and very resellable.
Don't send it to Mary. Send it to Anamora.
So this is like that pink one, only it's green, I guess. Light green, whitish, and it has the bugle beads, turquoise colors.
Pretty.
The Hishi.
Pretty, pretty.
And this one has check beads, check glass beads. It's got, I don't know what this pink stone is, but the ones that are shaped like this are a pink stone. It has amethyst, and it has garnet.
Pink, gray, and purple like.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Show that a little bit more close.
Pretty, pretty.
That could be it. I mean, I do have a few more things, but I've shown an awful lot.
Well, I don't know where to tell you to start because everything is gorgeous.
Well, thank you. Well, I'll take any advice you have.
We'll guide you as to what time to start bringing out what things, and you kind of got to judge your audience a little bit too, to see, who's in when and what kind of things they like, and so that will help you um, determine when you want to bring out certain pieces, but we'll work with you on all of that. We'll give you some helpful hints, and there is a private chat that will we can also communicate with. If you have questions you want to ask, you can use the private chat and all of that, so that only the people in the auction or in the stream can see. So if you have questions, you can ask it in that too.
Okay.
You don't want to
Don't
disrupt
be
the flow.
nervous.
Yeah, don't be
Don't
nervous.
be nervous.
But we use that to communicate with each other so that we don't interrupt the flow of the auction too. So
See down the bottom where it says chat?
Yep. Hmm.
You just tap on that and it will come up and you can say whatever you want and then each of us see it.
Okay. That sounds good.
and yeah, if you have questions that you're not sure of, you can always use the private chat for that.
Okay.
Or you can just tell everybody to leave.
Want to tell everybody
No.
bye?
Everybody is so friendly. It'll be very nice.
Yeah, let me bring everybody back up. And yes, guys, so thank you for coming tonight. I hope you all come tomorrow night to the auction. No pressure to buy, no purchases necessary. It's just always fun to have everybody in. Yes, the MacGyver of jewelry. I love that, Francis. That's a
Indeed.
good description. That is a
Indeed.
really good description. Anything else you want to talk about? Any
Look at that bead.
anything else, guys?
Isn't that a
Oh yeah,
gonger of a
let you know
bead?
that this is an awesome bead. This is one of those
It's
oh gosh,
gigantic.
what is lampwork beads? That's a
Lampwork
great
bead.
example of a lampwork bead.
Never seen one that big.
Yeah, that's a great example. Those are pricey beads
But
too.
I want the necklace, so I'm taking that bead off of there.
I love the bead though. That's like it's perfect for that chain. I have a chain just like that though that I could actually easily slide that bead onto.
I want to put this on. I want to put my new present on it.
Oh
Wouldn't
yeah,
that be pretty on there?
on that. Yep.
That'll be
Yeah,
good.
that's its new home right there.
Oh yeah, perfect
So
for
the
that.
bead got to hit the road.
All right. Well, you can just aim that in this direction and
Do one of
Okay.
those like they do marbles. Pitch it onto you.
So I actually wanted to talk a little bit about marcasites while I'm thinking about it. So somebody mentioned the other day, and we were in the middle of something, so I didn't get a chance to comment on it then. But let me bring up, because a couple of people have asked, what are marcasites made of? Somebody said they thought they were man-made, but they're actually pyrite. Marcasites are cut from pyrite. So let me bring up, and you can Google and get the same information. But so I did some research on them a while back because I had the same question. What are marcasites made of? So I actually did a little bit of research the other day, and let me see if I can find it. Oh, no, is it not going to let me screen share that? Oh,
Thanks,
here we
Joe.
go. All right, so I did some research just to confirm what I had found the other day on marcasites, and let me see if it'll let me screen share this. Yep, there we go. So wait a minute, wrong. Hold on, I gotta scroll down some on that.
That's true, Mona Lisa.
Let's see if it brought it up. Okay, so right here, marcasite jewelry is made using cut and polished pieces of pyrite, fool's gold, as gemstones, and not, as the name suggests, from marcasite, sometimes misspelled marcasite. Okay, so there you go. So if you had questions and were curious about marcasites, because I know it's one of Roberta's favorite, that marcasite is actually a natural stone. It is cut from fool's gold or pyrite, which, you know, pyrite appears in a lot of different stones too, like you see it in lapis and a couple of other natural gemstones. You'll see marcasite in there. I mean, you'll see pyrite in there, but that's actually what marcasites are. from pyrite. That's all I want to say while I was thinking about it. I've been meaning to talk about that, and I kept forgetting to mention it. So while I was last night replacing a few marcasites, then I wanted to ask you about this ring, Roberta. This just sort of appeared. I have no idea where this came from. I just found it in my stuff the other day. Did this come from you?
Move it back a little. I can.
Hold on, let me Did this come from you?
No,
No idea where I got this ring. It
maybe Vicky.
that's a possibility.
Because
But
it
I
reminds me of the other one she gave
I
you.
found it in my rings the other day, and I have no.
Well, it's gorgeous. I'll take the credit if you want me to, but
Well, it's missing a marcasite, so I got it out to replace it right there. You can barely see it, but it is missing a marcasite right there. I brought it out to replace the marcasite. And when you replace marcasites, guys, they are a little bit difficult because they're so tiny, as all tiny stones. Most of them are tiny. But you got to use one of these things, of course, to
yep,
place them.
it's
And
got to have the
probably,
little.
yeah, the small one. I broke the small one off the other night, so I've got to get another one, a new one with a smaller tip. But that's the best way to replace them, is to use that. And then it's almost impossible to place them without getting glue somewhere. I use a needle, like the tip of the needle, and I use either E6000 or I use this because this is melt for actually gluing glass and different things to metal. So I
She
usually use
texted me the
that.
other day. I'm sorry, Sam.
Go ahead.
I mean, she texted me today, and she misses us.
Oh yes, yeah. I gotta yeah, she's like missing everybody. She's going a little nuts, not being able to get on can get on the internet when she goes to her brother's house. But she's still working on the whole internet thing. But when you replace a marcasite, like I said, almost impossible not to get glue that you can see it. So what I do is I let it sit for 24 to 48 hours and let the glue harden really well. And then I will take a toothpick and clean I don't take any metal, because if you take anything metal, you're going to scratch your silver. But I will take a toothpick and then work out any glue that's left where you can see it. As you probably can't even see it now, but there was one other stone I replaced in here, and I just found another one missing. But one of these stones in this section I replaced.
Let me
And
show this tool to Joe too. Joe
you
Sorensen wanted
can't tell that I replaced one. It looks like it's been there forever. And if you do it right, it will. You won't tell the difference at all. Let me bring you up.
I got this tool at Michael's, and if I knew what I know now, I wouldn't have spent $30 on this. But this tool, I can't see it on my phone. I'm sure it has other purposes. I don't care about that because this is a jewelry making thing. But this tip is wax.
Yeah, those are better than the one I showed you.
And you pick up your marcasite or whatever stone, you know, the part that you want facing up in your jewelry, and then you set this down into the glue and you just give it a little, and the stone goes where you want it. If it doesn't, you just pick it back up with it. I could not put a marcasite in if I didn't have this.
Yes,
I could have when I was younger, but I cannot do it now.
yeah,
So I'm sure there's other
much
ones.
better tool than the one I showed you, definitely.
This is the only one I've found. That's why I had to pay that money for it, because I had so many marcasites and other stones. But it's the small ones. It just goes right on the edge, and I still have to use a magnifying light, and then I just put it where it belongs.
Marcasites too is they're always flat on one side. They're not faceted on both sides like most gemstones you work with. So where you are going to set it usually is fairly shallow. It's not a deep hole. But to me, that makes they're tiny, so that's a factor, but it makes it a little easier to get it in there straight because it is flat on one side. Then playing with other types of really tiny gemstones, but that's what if people have asked me, how do I do that? And that's how I do it. And so that's the only reason I brought that up.
This tool is, it has other purposes. The book is over there in the drawer. I just put the book away. But this opens up, and I guess other stones go in here or whatever. I have no idea.
Does it have?
I don't know what this is, unless
like
this puts the glue in.
That might be,
This,
for putting glue in.
You know, for putting on top of the glue. I don't know.
It looks like
Comes
you can
out
maybe
like that.
glue through that.
Well, the glue, they had glue that goes with this.
Yeah,
kit.
you can screw that on top of the glue and squirt the glue.
So this
through
goes
there.
down into the glue, and the glue comes out there. But I don't use that other side. I just.
Oh, I would be using that. I'm going to have to get one of those. I like that.
Michael's.
I always use like a toothpick or a needle to just put a tiny bit of glue.
Yeah, but with my luck, the glue would seal up the whole little tube thing, and you know, I'd be having to try to stick a pen up in it. I use a cute. I just use a pointy pair of. This is how I put the glue on.
Well, just using that end of it.
I just put a tiny dot of glue on this, and then in the hole where the stone's going.
And though, if it makes it easier to pick up, it's worth every bit of the $30 you paid for it, even if you only use the wax tip.
Well, if it smushes down, you can just you warm it up with your fingers and put it back into a tip.
Yeah.
So this will last like my whole lifetime.
Forever, yeah. Yeah, you'll never use all of that tip, and you can always put more wax on it if you do. I'm sure they have a replaceable wax tip for it.
It was a good investment.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to invest in one because I've been using this other one, and the other day I broke the tiny small end of it.
It's over where they sell all the, you know, the jump rings and all the different things to make jewelry. That's where it is. Look at all those goodies right there. There's my Dory necklace. There's my Dory necklace right there.
That's right.
Definitely worth every penny, though. So everybody in the chat, we appreciate you coming. I hope I did not miss saying hello to anybody. If we did, it was not intentional. Hi, Cam, Julius. It was just an oversight that, you know, I get distracted. I'm so ADD when it comes to jewelry. I get distracted by the jewelry, so I don't.
Kim, it has to be pliable. You know those old crayons, the wax crayons? That's what I was thinking. One of those wax crayons. But it has to be one of those old wax crayons.
Too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Elizabeth, thank you so much. That was a wonderful showing.
Oh, yeah, you could make one with your mixed media crayons. Yeah, that would work, Kim. Just mount it on top of a stick or something, even a chopstick from the Chinese food store or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But, which I do use chopsticks quite a bit for different things, believe it or not. They rarely get used for food in this house. I use them for something or the other. But I thank you guys a lot for coming, and I know Elizabeth does too. And so this may be, I'm going to have to look at the schedule. I'm pretty booked up through most of January right now, but I think this might be the last Stills and Deals on Stills and Deals channel. I have to look at the schedule. I don't think I have anybody scheduled for Stills and Deals until I move it over to my channel. So I do have quite a few people coming up, though. We have, let me think. We have a Loot Raider. Oh, that will be our last Stills and Deals, will be Loot Raider. So we're going to have one more on Stills and Deals channel, and I'm going to have to look at the schedule because I don't remember what day that is. Because I know I'm going to be possibly traveling on the road on the 19th of December, which will prevent me from having any kind of auctions that day. But I do have quite a few people already coming up. Mike from Roland Picker is going to be having an auction with us. Loot Raider. We have Lori Reeves who'll be coming up soon. We have another auction coming up with Doug and Vanessa. So I have quite a few people on my schedule through January. So I probably won't be adding anybody. And then Sue's wants another auction. So probably won't be adding anybody on until February, but we still are happy to host. Roberta and I are going to have, Mike is going to be calling for us on Sunday. He's excited about that. So it'll be good to get Mike back into the auction calling. But he'll be calling our auction for us on Sunday. And we are going to have a special guest on our channel on Sunday. And it will be a surprise for everybody. She's new. She's not part of the jewelry community yet.
Yeah.
We met her in other places, but we are very happy to have her joining us on Sunday. She will be bringing gold. She'll have 10 and 14 karat gold, which is mostly a lot of what she will be selling. And she'll have very old antique and vintage
Excuse me.
costume, like really nice high-end costume. So that's mostly what she will be selling. She won't be doing a lot of sterling silver, probably pieces here and there, but she's more focused on gold. So if you are interested in purchasing gold or know anybody who does, and her prices will be very reasonable. So she's going to just sell a few pieces on Sunday to kind of get her feet wet, but very nice, very, very nice stuff she's going to have. So we will introduce you to her on Sunday. Anything I forgot, Roberta?
I think that was a mouthful, Sen.
Yep, just trying to remember it all. There's so much to remember.
I got to start taking notes so I can help
I
you.
know I need to start writing things down, but I've been wanting to get Elizabeth on for a while, so it was really nice to finally get Elizabeth on. And I will have a better idea of the upcoming schedule as to who's going to be what dates the next time by next week. So I will let you all know on that, but don't forget tomorrow night we start at 7 Central, 8 Eastern, and we will be broadcasting on Steals and Deals, and I will send out an email with a reminder and a link for you to set your reminders to guide you to the channel if you are not familiar with that channel. Because I know some of you right now are coming in on Jewelry Nurse and some of you are coming in on Steals and Deals. But tomorrow night it will be on Steals and Deals only. It won't be broadcast to Jewelry Nurse. So
I love y'all.
I think that is it. Say good night, girls.
Good night. Thank you for having me on.
You're
welcome.
welcome. So look at that big pile of jewelry there. Gosh, guys.
I see my fish one. I see my Dory.
But
Jesus is Lord and God loves you and love one another.
And remember, life is short and fleeting, so drive it like you stole it. And I will talk to you all later.
Love night, everybody.
Love you.
Love you.
Signing off.
Ta-ta.